I will take a trip now to South Africa, where there has been blackouts and extended load shedding in some parts of the nation. Our correspondent, Brian Pugeni, joins us now to give us a wrap-up of the week. Hello, Brian. Great to have you.
Hello, how are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. So load shedding has returned to South Africa, and this has been on since March 10th and is likely to last till Saturday, March 20th. What exactly is the problem, and has the government done anything to address this?
Well, we do have a problem with load shedding, but just a couple of hours ago, load shedding has been suspended. So it's been like a yo-yo ride for consumers and the public in general, because we started on stage 2 on the 10th, as you mentioned. Then we moved to stage 1 on Wednesday, then back to stage 2 on Thursday. Then today is Friday afternoon. They tell us no more load shedding till further notice. But it's been an ongoing problem since 2008, which is 13 years, funny enough, eh? But yeah, the main problems which Eskom have been saying is that the old power stations, maintenance, the coal issue, where they're saying their coal is not maintained well and it's been wet, and then there's cable theft and so those are the main issues which Eskom has been crying foul about and saying the grid system is actually on a strain. But yesterday, the Minister of Energy and Mineral Resources, Gwede Mantashe, did announce that the government has acquired 8 bidders, which will help with the supply of electricity to South Africa, which will help with the strain on Eskom, since Eskom is the sole provider of electricity in the country. So we're waiting to see how these 8 bids will go, since some will provide gas power, solar power, and wind energy as well. But that's a long-term project, which we're all hoping there will be light at the end of the tunnel.
Anyway, let's look at this 200 billion rand loan scheme, which was established to help businesses struggling to cope with the COVID-19 pandemic and lockdown. It's coming to an end in April. What has been the impact of this scheme, and how are business owners reacting to the scheme actually ending soon?
Well, yes, the scheme has been controversial. It's been mixed with mixed reactions in the business sector, because the scheme was intended for small businesses. But the criteria itself in the beginning was set for certain businesses with a certain turnover, which most small businesses did not meet that turnover which was required. So you'll find out most of the small businesses did not really get the loan scheme and did not really benefit from it. And there's been corruption as well with the whole COVID relief funds and the whole COVID schemes. So a lot of these small businesses did not really benefit from them. The few businesses, of course, which did benefit are, of course, crying foul and saying that they don't want the scheme to end now, because their businesses did benefit. But the broader picture of it is that most of the small businesses, which this fund was intended for, the people and the businesses did not really get the fund. So it's a mixed bag of reactions from business people, but the majority of them who did not really get it are saying, well, whether it's closed, whether it's open, it doesn't really affect their businesses, because most of the business did close down, so they did not really benefit from the scheme itself.
I can imagine that's quite mixed reaction. So what is the outlook for the country next week?
Well, next week we're looking ahead to the Monetary Policy Committee meeting, which will be happening, I think, on the 25th. So that's what we're looking forward to. So we're just going to find out what's going to happen with the repo rate, which stands at 3.5% at the moment, and the current inflation rate, which is also at 3.2%. Since the lockdown regulations have been eased in the past couple of months, economic recovery is going. So we want to see how the meeting is going to go, and how the inflation rate and the repo rate will be changed or will remain the same. Will there be any improvement? And also some bad news as well for South Africans this week, going into next week. Fuel price going up again. So that's something which we'll be keeping an eye on next week, to see how people react to that, and how goods and services and commodities react to the market as well, to see how, if anything goes up, and how people react to that, because it will be the 4th fuel increase this year, which means every month we're having fuel increases. So people are not happy about that as well. And also just to keep an eye on the on the strengthening of the rand. I think today was the first time it reached the 15 rand barrier mark against the US dollar. We woke up today to the rand at 14 rand 76, which it has been hovering over the 15 rand 50 mark. So hopefully next week the trend will continue and the rand will continue strengthening.
All right, Brian, we'll keep tracking that. Thank you so much for the update. Always great having you.
Oh, it was a pleasure.
Thank you.